Imagine discovering you've been lied to your whole life. Imagine monitoring your glucose or taking statins for a lifetime and then finding out that it wasn't even necessary. Imagine selling some of your most valuable items just to pay for next month's prescriptions, only to find out that you're spending all this money on drugs so that someone else can drive around in European cars and live an expensive lifestyle. Let's talk about what we're being fed and how we are getting sick, and about the medications that we are taking. Let's talk about cabbage. Let's go to the animal world. How many vegan tigers do you know? How often have you seen a zookeeper throw a carrot to a tiger or a lion? How many times have you seen a panda eat a bowl of cornflakes? Have you ever seen a penguin eat an Impossible Burger? Even if he could get his wings on one, do you think he'd eat it? Starting from the early 80s, we've steadily put on more weight and become a much more obese population. Why is this? Despite eating more heart-healthy vegetable oils, low-fat foods and fruit and vegetables, we are more obese than ever. Even though we've listened to the guidelines and we've cut down on the amount of meat and saturated fat that we eat, we are getting fatter. What's the problem? As a population, we've followed the heart-healthy guidelines. Could the heart-healthy guidelines and the standard American diet actually be the culprit? Who am I to make that sort of claim? I'm nobody, but I can spot a problem where there is one. You see, I'm a computer programmer, and as a computer programmer, I spend a lot of my time debugging code. Debugging code and looking for why problems have suddenly started. And most problems occur after a change or an improvement have been added to some software. So as programmers, what we do is find the code that's causing the problem and revert it back to what it was originally until we can find out what the problem is and how to fix it. It's a logical way of handling a problem, right? But we don't do this with nutrition. If we did, we would have seen problems starting in the 80s, and by the 90s, or at least the early 2000s, we would have started to look at what we need to change. Since we introduced low fat and seed oils and calories in, calories out, and don't eat saturated fat and eat more vegetables and fruit, our size has increased, but we've never stopped to go back to the point that we started recommending this and think about what did we do wrong. And all the while, food conglomerates quite happily continue to sell us low-fat, packaged, healthy options. And despite how healthy they are, our size keeps increasing. Is there some relation? If the conglomerates knew there was something wrong with their low-fat packaged healthy options, I'm sure that they would recommend to us to go back to eating more simple foods like meat and eggs, right? Wouldn't they? Here's the bottom line. If you are overweight or feel unhealthy, don't look for a solution in a box or a bottle. Always remember that the person who has your best interests at heart is you. Capitalism is capitalism, and if someone sells you a solution to fix all your health problems at one point, you're no longer going to be a customer. Think about the tiger or the panda or the penguin. They only eat food that is suitable for them, and they don't have diabetes or cholesterol problems. They don't need to take medications to control lifestyle-induced illnesses. To get better and overcome this obesity epidemic, we need to stop putting stuff in our mouths that's made by people who have an interest in keeping us addicted or keeping us sick. Begin eating foods that were intended for you, natural foods like eggs and meat. The stuff we used to eat before the agricultural revolution. Heal yourself by eating real food. Thank you for watching. Please click the like and subscribe buttons, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.